I've only had one beer. Jesus. Okay. All right. How's it going? How are we all doing? Give it up for everybody's performed. Good people. Yeah. So I've been doing stand-up for about 3 years now. Yeah. And people ask me, they're like, don't you get nervous up here? And I'm like, yeah, I get nervous. But someone once told me to replace the word nervous with excited when you're talking about something. Yeah, so I tell people, I'm going to an airport next week and I'm excited. Yeah, I get to take off my shoes. Some people are into that. Or I'm going to an open casket funeral next week and I'm excited. Yeah, Catholic funerals, they're great. They're like, boo, grandma. Yeah. Or I'm getting an enema next week. Yeah, and I'm excited. Sounds like shit. Okay. Isn't that another one people tell you? They're like, oh yeah, if you're nervous about public speaking, pretend everybody's naked. Imagine everybody's naked, which is like great if you're bisexual, but which I'm not. But another thing, there's a lot of Christmas movies. A lot of Christmas movies are musicals. I'm not a big musical person. But as far as musicals go, I do love the Rocky Horror Picture Show. I'm a big fan of that. Yeah, big fan of that. And they keep remaking movies all the time, and I'm just like, why don't they just do like an updated version for like Gen Zs? Yeah. Why don't they just do that? Why don't they just ruin that one? So instead of having Tim Curry be a trans from transsexual Transylvania, it'll be a pansexual from polyamorous Pennsylvania. Maybe that might work out. Yeah, and that's what's going on with all these crazy turns too, I'm a straight white guy. I'm not that great at being straight, but I'm a straight white guy. And when I try to be inclusive, a lot of times I screw things up. Like a while ago I was volunteering, and someone asked, they were like, okay, we went around the room, they asked like, what are your preferred pronouns? And I'm like, oh fuck, I had to think about it. And then I said, okay, my preferred pronouns are a and the. And they gave me this weird look, and I'm like, oh fuck, those are my preferred articles. God damn it! Okay. And that's another thing that makes me nervous is social media. It was all made, especially Facebook. Yes, I'm still on Facebook. I love hanging out with my parents' friends and make them laugh. It's great. It's great. They have, the thing that makes me mad is they programmed the care emoji next to the laughing emoji. I think that's really fucked up. Really fucked up way to program things, because you accidentally end up laughing at someone who just broke their leg. Or you accidentally end up laughing at someone who just lost their job. Or you accidentally end up laughing at someone who just lost their house in a fire. If Facebook was made by the most socially awkward person, because I'm not socially awkward at all. But no, but it was. So that just makes sense. Like fucking Mark Zuckerberg. And social media, Instagram, TikTok, it's all just so toxic. Like I'm not a parent, but if I had kids, I would not let them go on until they were like, 17 or 18. I'd rather have them playing like a violent video game like Call of Duty Modern Warfare, like at 9 or 10 than being on social media. Like I'd catch them at like age 9 or 10 on social media. I'd be like, what are you doing on social media? I thought you were supposed to be pretending to blow your enemy to fucking pieces like I told you to. All right, that joke bombed. Okay. All right. That's another thing with Instagram, It's just watching everybody lately with what's going on in Israel, just like miscommunicate with the Israel and Palestine war, just miscommunicate and misunderstand each other, about what's going on. But, they just don't, when they're arguing, they're just not getting each other, and just like, I was just talking to someone recently, and they accused me of being anti-Semitic. And I was like, no, dude, we were talking about food. I said I was pro-hummus. Obviously with what's going on, the other extreme of things is that, obviously, I don't like Netanyahu. I think that it's really fucked up that he's like basically collectively, let's call it collective punishment, collectively killing a bunch of innocent people over what's happening, innocent civilians over what's happened in October and everything. But the thing is, it's the whole other extreme where people are like, okay, you gotta boycott. I saw this thing, they said, you gotta boycott these companies over what's happened. And I'm like, I saw one of these companies, and one of the companies they said to boycott was HP. And I'm like, you want me to boycott my printer? And I'm like, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna go to like Micro Center, the computer store, and I'm gonna be like, hey, I'm gonna buy Epson. The salesman's like, oh, you're buying Epson? I'm like, fuck yeah, I'm buying Epson, free Palestine. He's like, dude, what the fuck's wrong with you? Jesus Christ, dude. All right, I know some people are getting a little bored. We're gonna take a little humanitarian pause on these jokes, okay? All right. All right, I know it's probably like hearing the news. People are gonna be like, from the river to the Z, okay. All right, okay, we'll stop that one. All right, a little lighter topic. TV, anybody here watch TV? Yeah, I love watching a lot of TV. It's the whole age of fucking television, man. I love it. And I watch everything on the Roku. Anybody here have the Roku? Yeah. I heard a rumor they were coming out with a version for conservatives next year. Yeah, apparently it's just called Coup. Okay. All right. Yeah, and that's what's been going on. I've been keeping up with what's going on with the, all the time with what's the guy's name? The wrinkled old lord of shit, the fat cockroach guy, Trump, that's his name, yeah. Yeah. With the indictments, yeah. That was just crazy with the first one. Yeah, that was just crazy with the first indictment. They basically, that was the first one. It was like they gave Trump a gag order for giving his Stormy Daniels a gag order and a gag order. It's like Inception, but probably a way better movie. Seriously, fuck that movie. Yeah, And that's another thing. Just with all that craziness with January 6th, like just imagine if you're in like 2004 and a time traveler came to the future and like told you what was going on. They were just like, in the future, Dick Cheney's daughter is going to be trying to protect democracy. You'd be like, what? Go home, time traveler. You're drunk, okay? What else? Speaking of Cheney, you're gonna like shoot me in the face or something? You got any like weapons of mass destruction for me too? All right, 2004 references. Okay, all right. I'll get out of here on this. Like I said, a big TV person, big movie person too. And I'm planning on watching Barbie soon. I still have not seen Oppenheimer. I need to watch that. Which is crazy because it broke records at the box office. Yeah, it did really well at the box office. Like I heard it really did well in other parts of the world too. Like I heard it killed in Japan. All right. That joke also bombed. All right. That one kind of blew up in my face, kind of like my ex-girlfriend. Okay, all right. How much time do I got left? All right, thank you. That was my time. Thank you.
Keep it going for Mark.